Well, good morning, folks. I think we'll get started. I'd like to welcome everybody to Midtown Kingston, to an historic home built in 1855. And most importantly, it's the new home of Megan Weiss, who is a first-time home buyer here in the city of Kingston. Someone who works here, works for family of Woodstock. Someone whom many people are here today who have participated in this process of helping Megan buy her first home. Those of us at RUPCO are, couldn't be more pleased. It's a part of an endeavor that we spend a lot of time doing, helping people buy homes. It's a great time for people to buy homes. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second, but I think at this point I'd like to welcome Megan to the podium, and she can tell us a little bit about her story. So Megan, congratulations. And
thank you. Hi everybody, it's my first time behind a podium. So as I said, my name is Megan Weiss. I just recently purchased this house, and for the past 27 years I've lived in or around Kingston. And about a year and a half ago, I decided that I had been paying way too much money towards rent, and I wanted to own a house. And so I learned a lot, because I work at Family Woodstock. I had already heard about RUPCO and all the great work that they had done. And I knew that if I was going to do this, I would need people by my side, because God knows I could have done it by myself. So I went and I met with Francisca, who works over at RUPCO, and she walked me through the first beginnings of the process, everything about looking at your credit report and doing a savings program and really having a vision for where you want to live for the next 30 years. And so she was really instrumental in having me understand what happens during this process. And then January 2012 starts, and she says, okay, now's the time you start putting your money in. And I think this is so exciting. I put my money in, and I said, what next? And she says, well, you wait a month and you put more money in. And I thought that more stuff happens, but it's a lot of rush wait. You collect a lot of paperwork, and then you save a lot of money. And that's where a lot of the patience comes into, a lot of the restraint, because you want to go out and buy your dining room set and everything else, and that's not the time. Now's the time to just really think about the long-term vision. And so finally, around July time, I said, I start looking. I've been looking online all this time, and I was so lucky enough to be paired with my realtor, Victoria Hoyt, who was my guardian angel the entire time. She has been in the business for a long time, and she knew that I certainly was not, and she just showed me everything I need to know. She took me to over 30 houses, and when I would start getting tired and say, oh, maybe this one, she would say, I don't see that sparkle in the eye. And when I found this one, she saw that sparkle. And there's a couple times I wasn't sure if I could get this house because of issues with funding. I'm very, very blessed to be able to do the work that I love to do, but money's always tight, just like a lot of other people in our community, in our country. And so because of the funding I was able to get from both the city of Kingston as well as RUPCO, and because I'm a patient seller, this was able to happen. So after all that work, and because of all the work from RUPCO, the city of Kingston, Victoria Hoyt, Ulster Savings, and everybody else, I was able to close on my house on November 28th, 2012, 11 months, 28 days after I started. So I'm very happy. I walk to work every day. It's 0.7 miles, so like 6 blocks over to the Hodge Center. I see my kids that I work with all the time. And I was talking to some of my kids about, we were talking about where I should live. And I said, where do you guys think I should live? I said, my kids, the kids over at the community center. And they said, you have to live in Kingston. And I knew why I wanted to. And I said, well, why would you? And they said, because in Kingston, you never get lost. You can find Broadway, you know how to get home. And I think that's true. It's, you look around and you see people that you know, and that's what I love about Kingston. And I'm so happy to be able to be here. So thank you.